Hey, Big Brother fans, it is finale night, and Cam has got his final 2 speech ready should somebody carry him right to the end. And it's a pretty funny one. Also, he roasted Chelsie as the two of them and Makensy said goodbye to the live feeders before production shut down the cameras in the house for the very last time this season. And Chelsie and Makensy made sure to slam him back. So I've got one last live feeds update for BB26 with all this funny stuff. But please click subscribe if you haven't, and check back because we're going to be delivering post-season content as well. So Cam told them his final 2 speech would be him bragging about how he's been carried the whole game all the way to the end. Didn't need to win anything because of his charisma and his social game. Said he's been up in the HOH room the whole season, eating the HOH snacks and getting them to put up who he wanted put on the block, and that person was going home. And he told the cameras, and you know all that. It was pretty funny. And then he told Makensy and Chelsie, I'm telling you, that's going to be the speech. All I had to do was kick back, take some naps, sing and entertain, because I was not a threat. And both the girls agreed he was not. And Cam said, not until I was sitting right here, as in final 3. And then this was cute. Cam looked down into his little sweatpants pocket and said, is that Makensy? Like she's been in his pocket the whole game. This was kind of funny to me because the whole stuff about controlling others' HOHs and having Makensy in his pocket is how Chelsie has played the game. And of course, Cam knows it. So it made it doubly funny because he was saying it right in Makensy's face and it's just going over her head, right? So Chelsie and Makensy again talked briefly before the goodbyes about them being the first final 2 of just females. They are wrong. The same way they were wrong saying that them and Rabina would have been the first all-female final 3. Both of those happened in BB6. It's been a minute, but it's happened. And of course, the girls' final 3 fell apart. And if Chelsie wins part 3 of the HOH, the girls' final 2 is probably going to fall apart as well. Speaking of speeches, Chelsie lied to Makensy yet again, this time about finale night speech. She said she doesn't have a speech prepared and is just going to have fun. Lies. Chelsie has been honing that speech for weeks. We've seen it on the feeds, and she leaned on Makensy to make sure she takes her to final 2 while also reassuring her that she'll take her. They did this when Cam was out of the room. So when Makensy was out of the room, this is, I think, Saturday or early today, I think Saturday, Cam was counting votes with Chelsie and said it's a 3-3 split if it's Makensy versus Chelsie in the final 2. Cam said Makensy would get Leah, Quinn, and Angela's votes. He is, selling himself as easier to beat in final 2, which is a smart move. So then on Sunday, before feeds cut for the last time in BB26, production warned them that they were about to shut down the feeds if they wanted to say goodbye to the live feeders. So they did. Makensy said, I guess we say bye. This is bye. Cam could not figure out what camera to look at. It was funny. Like several times, he just kept spinning around and looking and looking. And at one point, they even had the cameras nodding how they do, and he still couldn't figure it out. So Chelsie says, shout out to all our live feeders. Thank you for watching us when we were entertaining, but also when we were boring. His was funny. Huge shout out to all you guys that are watching. I hope you guys saw all the times that Chelsie was mad at me for no reason. I hope you guys kept count. And of course, Chelsea's like yelling in the background. And he said, for all the times that Makensy tripped, I appreciate you guys for watching so much. You guys know the real about how many times that I've been bullied in this house. And Makensy was like, what? Just outraged. And Cam went on, so I appreciate you guys. Makensy interrupts again and says the man sitting in the final 3. Chelsie chimes in and says, yeah, bullied. And Makensy joins in mocking him. Chelsie says, how about rubbed and caressed? How about taken care of and fed? How about carried? And Makensy's right there going, yeah. And Chelsie goes on, how about all of that? Cam just pointed back to the cameras and said, hey, you guys know. Makensy and Chelsie resumed the mocking about how they'd rather have been bullied, I guess, to get this far than what they did, because Makensy said it would have been a much less stressful season for me. And Cam, again, just focused on the camera saying, you guys know, we've talked, there's a reason why. And the girls are literally booing him and kind of mocking him. So Makensy said, I probably was very boring to watch all season. I didn't have any bits. I slept a lot. And then some other blah, nonsense, boring stuff. Anyway, then she says, I appreciate the constant support that y'all have for all of us in the house while watching. So much love to everyone out there supporting myself and everyone else inside this house. We love you. We will miss you, but not that much because I do miss my privacy. I'm going to deeply love not having you watch on cameras, but I'm going to miss y'all. Cam came back and said, I like being watched by you guys. I do. And then that started a little joke thing about it being a kink. And then Cam joked that Makensy's camera was off and she starts trying to hush him. And he said her camera was off the most because she's the person in the house who's the most Horny. He spelled it out. And he said, next to this. And then he points to Chelsie and says, take it away. So Chelsie said, y'all rocked with me. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Y'all know who we really are outside of this show. So thank you for defending us outside of here because I know some of y'all did defend us up here. Makensy said, I hope so. Chelsie said, I hope so too. And this was kind of funny. She said, I hope none of our voices annoyed you while we were playing, cleaning the house, washing the dishes, making ya food. The main complaints I remember about voices were Leah and her constant like, and Rubina's baby voice. All right. Chelsie said, I hope we made your day at some point during the season. Love y'all. Keep your proverbs close to your heart. And then Makensy and Chelsie threw in a couple of last slams at Cam. Makensy said, wash your cracks. And Chelsie repeated, wash your cracks, wash your hands. Cam just wasn't paying attention to them. Then Makensy and Chelsie did some Jesus talk. And then getting back to other stuff, Makensy said, we'll see y'all tonight live. Make sure to tune in. Chelsie said, grab your friends, grab your baby mamas, baby daddies, enemies, frenemies, all of them, neighbor, coworker, and tune into the show tonight. They all said, bye. And then Chelsie mentioned that CBS probably couldn't show half of the live feeds. And then the feeds shut down for good on BB26 a little after 10 a.m. on Sunday, October 13th. Finale night is tonight. We will find out America's favorite player. We will find out the winner of the $750,000 in the special 2-hour episode. Don't miss it. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.